34,294. That is the number of missed balls and strikes called in the 2018 MLB season, according to fanbuzz.com in 2019. Ever since baseball was invented, human error has been a part of the game. With robot umpires, consistency is the name of the game. This idea of robot umpires has been brought up for years, although within the past 5 years it has been made clear that the MLB is strongly considering making them a part of the game, according to CBSSports.com in 2019. Although there are a few misconceptions when it comes to the technology and use of robot umpires. According to CBSSports.com in 2019, there are many people in the baseball industry, including fans, that believe human umpires will be completely taken out of the game. Many people would disagree with implementing robot umpires if this was the case because all umpires would lose their jobs. This idea is misleading and is not the case. The current umpire technology to this point is meant both for the humans and robots to work together to make the correct ball and strike calls on the field 100% of the time. Today, I will discuss the clear advantages of robot umpires, what would continue to happen if robot umpires were not implemented, and if they were implemented, how they could be expanded to greater technology. First, I will discuss the background of the new umpire technology and the obvious advantages of it. According to CBSSports.com in 2019, when Major League Baseball first announced they were interested in using robot umpires, they experimented with it in an 8-team professional independent baseball league. The technology that was tested in this league is called TrackMan. TrackMan.com in 2020 states, as the industry-leading technology captures the most comprehensive and accurate ball tracking data during the game or at practice and is redefining the language of baseball. As stated by CBSSports.com in 2019, TrackMan, or robot ump, sits above home plate and looks like a black box from afar. In reality, the box is a 3D Doppler radar dish that analyzes each pitch thrown. Using a three-dimensional strike zone, TrackMan is able to calibrate each batter's size and stance, adjusting the strike zone accordingly. So, the system works so that it doesn't allow a 6'7" player to have the same strike zone as a 5'7" player. Now you might ask, if TrackMan is able to analyze each pitch and calculate a perfect strike zone based on the size of the batter, why are human umpires still needed? Well, here's how it works. CBSSports.com in 2019 stated, once TrackMan identifies the ball's location, it's recorded and then the call is communicated to the umpire via a coiled tube earpiece. The earpiece is connected to an iPhone, which is ultimately connected to the TrackMan system itself. The iPhone is a very important piece of the system because it is the technology that relays the information to the human umpire. So, the steps to a ball or strike being called are as follows. A pitch is thrown, TrackMan identifies the location of the pitch, the phone relays to the umpire's earpiece the word ball or strike, and the umpire makes the call behind the plate. This process might seem like it would slow down the speed of the game, which is exactly what the MLB does not want to happen, but this is not the case. According to CBSSports.com in 2019, the 8-team independent professional league that was testing this technology reported almost instantaneous ball or strike calls as soon as it hit the catcher's glove. The TrackMan technology would only cost around $20,000 per system, which would not be much of a burden to the league considering their budget and the consistency and reliability of the system. Next, I will discuss the consequences the MLB would continue to face if robot umpires were not implemented. BU.edu stated, throughout its history, MLB has protected its error-prone umpires, resisted adopting strong performance measurements, and not taken advantage of available technology that could better the game. Human error in baseball has always been a part of the game, but players, coaches, and fans are getting tired of it. The job for MLB umpire today is mentally and physically demanding. Umpires are affected mentally because they constantly are having to deal with upset coaches, players and fans because they sometimes mistakenly make the wrong calls. As claimed by BU.edu in 2019, umpires participate in an average of 112 games per season, calling about 4,200 pitches. This is very physically demanding on each umpire, making mental mistakes more likely to occur. There are also concerns that have been raised that umpires have bias in certain situations during the game. For example, according to BU.edu in 2019, MLB umpires have a pronounced bias, greatly increasing the odds on a two-strike count that a true ball will incorrectly be called a strike. In 2018, a total of 55 games were ended when umpires made incorrect calls. Because of statistics like these, over the past 5 years, experiments have been conducted to observe how frequent human error is occurring. For example, according to BU.edu in 2019, a test was done by Baseball Savant and Retro Sheet to determine this human error. After the study was completed, it was found umpires made the incorrect ball strike call 20% of the time, or 1 in every 5 pitches. Players and coaches have noticed studies and statistics like these and have pushed for the TrackMan system to be implemented. For example, CBSSports.com in 2019 stated, "We've already had players, Cubs Ben Zobrist in 2019, and manager Marlins Don Mattingly in 2019, not only openly talked about the system, but even go as far to say they can't wait for it to reach the majors." If the MLB does not implement TrackMan technology, fans, coaches, and players will continue to be unhappy with umpires, making their job more physically and mentally demanding. Lastly, I will discuss how TrackMan could be developed into greater technology and what humans can do to support it. The technology of TrackMan as of right now is limited to calling balls and strikes. If the technology were implemented, according to TrackMan.com in 2019, more advanced systems could be created. TrackMan has considered creating a technology that would be able to determine out or safe calls consistently as well. The game has already implemented video reviews for out and safe calls, but with a more advanced technology, this would not be needed. As a result, the game of baseball would be sped up. This would only be made possible if the MLB adopts TrackMan's existing technology first, because more funds would be needed for research and development on a new technology. We as fans of baseball can get involved simply by supporting TrackMan's technology and by having an open mind once it becomes a part of the MLB. Players, fans, and coaches will have to put their trust in not only the technology itself, but the human umpires as well, who will be relaying the message from the technology to the game. Yelling at umpires during the game will not help the calls. If TrackMan is supported by all parties involved in the MLB, expansion of the technology will be possible. With this, every call made in the MLB will be accurate 100% of the time. Today, I discussed the clear advantages of robot umpires, what would continue to happen if robot umpires were not implemented, and if they were implemented, how they could be expanded to a greater technology. It's crazy to think over 34,000 ball and strike calls were missed in one season. With robot umpires, missed calls will be no more. As technology is becoming more and more advanced, the MLB should adapt and implement robot umpires for the overall better of the game.